Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning 5. So glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Michael Ware, President and CEO of the Center for Christianity and Public Life. Today is Thursday, April 9th. Let's start with a reading from the 92nd Psalm. It is good to give thanks to the Lord, to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to declare your steadfast love in the morning and your faithfulness by night. To the music of the lute and the harp, to the melody of the lyre. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hands I sing for joy. How great are your works, O Lord! Your thoughts are very deep. The stupid man cannot know, the fool cannot understand this, that though the wicked sprout like grass, and all evildoers flourish, they are doomed to destruction forever. But you, O Lord, are on high forever. For behold, your enemies, O Lord, for behold, your enemies shall perish. All evildoers shall be scattered. But you have exalted my horn like that of the wild ox. You have poured over me fresh oil. My eyes have seen the downfall of my enemies. My ears have heard the doom of my evil assailants. The righteous flourish like the palm tree and grow like a cedar in Lebanon. They are planted in the house of the Lord. They flourish in the courts of our God. They still bear fruit in old age. They are ever full of sap and green, to declare that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. May God bless the reading of his word. Well, friends, hope you're having a blessed week. Before we jump to the news, we are 6 days away from the application deadline for Public Good Generation, the Center for Christianity and Public Life's summer civics program for high school students. Every summer, high school students, Christian high school students from around the country come together in Washington, D.C. for what's really a transformative 5 days of growing in faith and confidence in Jesus, in learning about how their faith connects to and can inform and nourish not just their professional lives, but their civic involvement, the contributions that they can make to their community. They learn how to advance their point of view with confidence and conviction, but also with graciousness and humility. It's a remarkable program, and if you know a high school student who would be interested, who would be a good fit, or if you know an educator or a youth pastor who could help us make sure the right students are with us this summer, you can go to ccpubliclife.org/high school. Again, that's ccpubliclife.org/high school, and learn more about the program. You could even watch a webinar if you really want a full briefing on the program. But most importantly, you can apply to the program. It would be so wonderful to have your help in spreading the news about this incredible program. And also, to you, listener, junior, senior, graduating high school student, to have you with us. If you're listening to us and you're a junior or senior in high school, or a sophomore who's going to be a junior next year, you need to be with us. You're listening to the podcast. Come on now. All right. Let's get to the news. First, A city in Wisconsin has passed America's first anti-data center referendum with a 2-to-1 vote to limit future data center development there. The city of Port Washington, which is just outside of Milwaukee, is the first to put the issue to voters in a referendum like this. It is the planned site of a $15 billion data center campus for the tech companies OpenAI and Oracle. This referendum won't affect the already planned data center and pertains instead to future development. Next up, Vice President J.D. Vance is set to lead an American delegation in negotiations with Iran this coming weekend. Talks intended to bring an end to the war. The talks will take place in Pakistan beginning on Saturday. President Trump said yesterday that he wants Iran to allow more ships through the Strait of Hormuz without tolls. In reopening the strait, Iran has limited the number of ships and is demanding fees. Also in the news, the Artemis 2 mission is on its way back from the moon with a splashdown. That's a new term for me. Splashdown, pretty cool. Expected tomorrow, April 10th. Please pray for the astronauts as they return to Earth. Next up, EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin appeared at a conference yesterday hosted by the Heartland Institute, which holds that emissions of greenhouse gases, known for causing climate change, are beneficial to plant growth and humanity. Zeldin claimed during his speech that scientists and government officials have acted as a, quote, cabal that would decide exactly which model is the chosen model, which methodology is the higher methodology. And if all of you in this room, if any of you in this room dare to challenge any of that, well, shame on you. Last, for today's news updates, Republican Clay Fuller, a district attorney, won an election in Georgia's 14th congressional district to replace former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, another Republican who stepped down from her term early after clashing with President Trump. Fuller had Trump's endorsement. He would have to win another election in November to win a full term in the House. So he'll serve for the remainder of Greene's term, but then has to do it all over again in November. Kind of feel for him. All right, folks. Well, today, for the main news story, I wanted to share with you from a statement that we released at CCPL, a statement from me about Christianity's role in public life and recent statements by the president and how Christians should think about this 250th anniversary of America's founding. I felt it was a good moment, an important moment, not just to speak into events, but hopefully add something constructive to the conversation. I'll read from some of that statement now. On Easter Sunday, the President of the United States posted a violent, vulgar threat against Iran, invoking his authority as Commander-in-Chief as well as Allah. On April 7th, he issued another reckless threat that a whole civilization will die tonight. Throughout the past several days, President Trump has claimed God's support for his actions. This is a person and president who is all too comfortable using God's name in vain. There is a danger in responding to every provocation by our political leaders. By some lights, what amounts to good political strategy is to provoke, to inflame, to stoke conflict for its own sake. At the Center for Christianity in Public Life, we have warned of ceding one's attention and imagination to these strategies of provocation, of finding oneself in a constant state of reaction to every flashpoint and every conflict. There is also a danger, of course, in allowing others' provocations to stand uncontested, particularly when they claim authority that is not their own. The President of the United States is not subject to a lesser standard than anyone else. A callous disregard for human life is not justified by one's power or office. No civic leader, not even a president, advances their service by failing the test of basic human decency. Public leadership requires the best of us. Public leadership does not justify the worst. The president's April 5th and April 7th social media posts are shameful and worthy of reproach. The fact that he chooses to share such things on social media, as opposed to using more official channels, does not diminish his accountability for his words, even as they diminish the dignity of the office he has been entrusted to steward. Next month, President Trump has claimed that he will lead a revival on the National Mall. It is important to clear up any confusion on this point. Revival will not come from government. God's will is not subject to the priorities or agenda of any politician. It is politicians who are subject to his judgment. Our focus at the Center for Christianity and Public Life remains to contend for the credibility of Christian resources in public life for the public good. We offer Christian resources to civic leaders and to the general public, not as an act of imposition, but in a spirit of loving service. We lead and cultivate a thriving ecosystem of service-oriented, cross-partisan civic leaders who believe that the kind of people we are has much to do with the kind of politics we will have. We will speak to the issues of our day, drawing on resources that have withstood the test of time and which will outlast any ideology or political power. There is much to be hopeful about, and there is much good to be done in our civic life. With that, friends, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Please, don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge and you have all the power, and the glory too is all yours forever, which is just the way we want it. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. As always, The Morning Five is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun Network, supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. And if you'd like to learn more about our work at CCPL, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. Hope you have a great Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back on Monday with The Morning Five.